Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Steven, and today I'm going to be starting a possible new series. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I cannot spell today. That's still spelled wrong, but I don't care. We're doing this basically is a series where, it's going to be a little mini-series I do on the channel where I'm on Minecraft Beta 1.5, which is the first version of Minecraft Java, which is the original version of Minecraft, it was the first version to have achievements. So you can see there's achievements. The game had 34 achievements originally. But yeah, so the idea is we're going to be trying to get all the original achievements in the game. So, like, look, there you go. That's an achievement right there, taking inventory. And a lot of the achievements in the beginning are really easy to get. Now, the seed that you saw me paste in while I was creating the world, that's actually the seed that the YouTuber Ant Venom. That's the seed that the YouTuber Ant Venom used. Well, he didn't use it. It was a random seed, but basically when he did a Minecraft Let's Play, like a long time ago. I think it was like in like 2012, 2013 or something like that. No, actually, no, I think it started in 2011. But it was his Hunt for the Golden Apple series, which is where he was trying to find a golden apple in the game through dungeon loot. Which originally that was like the only way that you could get it in the game without cheating. Because back in that version of Minecraft, back in these older versions of Minecraft, apples didn't fall from trees, so you actually had no way to legitimately obtain an apple. Therefore, you weren't able to craft golden apples. But eventually, you could still you could still find them though through like in dungeon loot, but it was like the rarest thing you could find in dungeon loot. But basically this the world that he did that Let's Play in, this has this seed. I just thought about doing it for fun because just to have because apparently his world looked really nice, and I don't really know where like most of the placements are for this world anyways, so it's not as if I know the world super well. But I just thought to have like a nice, unique looking world for this little series I'm doing, which this series, I have no idea how often I'm going to be making it, considering the fact that I also have I have 2 Resident Evil Let's Plays that I need to finish. And actually, think about it, I have 3 that I need to finish, because on my Resident Evil 2 Let's Play, I did say I was going to do a second run playthrough with Leon, since I did my first run playthrough with Claire. And then I started my Resident Evil Village Let's Play and did about 3 parts in that. Well, I should stop saying Let's Play. I should really be saying playthrough, because that's what I've been calling them in my videos. And then I also started a Resident Evil 4 playthrough as well. Which, fun story with that. So I was actually recording an episode of it, and then I'm quite a few weeks ago, and my OBS it crashed. Meaning, it didn't really crash, but, it randomly, stopped the recording and, didn't save the video. It just randomly, reset, my recorder randomly reset, and the video was not saved or anything like that. And I didn't notice it. Basically, I was, an hour into that video. And then, and then eventually, it just randomly reset. And I didn't notice it till another 10 to 15 minutes after it happened. So I looked over and saw my timer, and I was then I was so upset, and I didn't want to just keep the video going, because I basically completed like a whole chapter in the game, literally, and I was like in the middle of like another chapter, and it upset me so much. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna tell you, the days before shift clicking, they were a thing. There you go. You can see we got some benchmarking, so we're getting those achievements done, and a lot of these achievements are really easy to get early in the game. Now, what's crazy is when release 1.12 came out, they replaced achievements with advancements, which really they're the same thing. But with some of them, they removed them, like taking inventory, time to strike, time to mine. And I even think, like, Monster Hunter, all those were, like, removed. All those were removed. Which to me is crazy. Now, they did add, like some good advancements, but, like, they removed some good ones. And I even think they removed Hot Topic, which is where it's when you craft a furnace. Yes. This is before shears existed. You could just punch sheep and you get their wool. And because this is beta 1.5, I am able to make a bed and sleep. But yeah, the main focus of the series is to just get all the achievements in the game, which a few of them are actually really hard to get. The hardest one to get is When Pigs Fly, I think is what it's called. I don't know if it's on my listing yet. It's over here. When Pigs Fly. So When Pigs Fly is a really hard achievement. You basically have to saddle a pig, ride a pig, and then take fall damage. Or at least the pig has to take fall damage from it, and then you can get the When Pigs Fly achievement. But this is before carrots were in the game, which also means that there were no carrots on a stick, so I can't force a pig to do that. So when I saddle a pig and ride it, the pig's gonna do whatever it wants. I have absolutely zero control over what the pig will end up doing. So that achievement is gonna be a huge pain in the ass to get. I'm gonna tell you, there's gonna be a monster probably somewhere near there. But we'll go down here. I'm not gonna go too far down. Now I'm gonna tell you, I actually like the old cobblestone textures because it actually looks like cobblestone. Like it's realistic to what cobblestone actually looks like, which is because it has that darker, more medieval looking texture. So the design of it looks better. And I know in modern Minecraft we can get resource packs that make all this stuff look better. That makes this stuff look more like how it used to look. Like the programmer art like restores the older graphics of the game versus the new art, which the new art isn't even bad. It's just I prefer the programmer art more, just because I become so accustomed to it when playing the game. So yeah. Okay. Though while I'm down here, I am going to make a stone pickaxe so I can get the getting an upgrade achievement, and then now that I have the getting upgrade achievement, I can now get as well as the benchmarking achievement, I can now get Hot Topic, which is the achievement you get for crafting a furnace. I don't think this version of the game has achievements for when you get armor. It might. I don't think it has suit up, but I'll eventually find out. Because once again, I don't think this lists all the achievements. This lists, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I have to unlock more achievements to view more. But I am making some good progress, because once again, there's only 34 achievements, so this won't be that bad. Now, if I was playing like a newer version of the game, because I think the game now has like 100, like the modern version of the game, which uses advancements instead of achievements. It's the same thing but a different name. It has like I think like over 100 advancements, and some of them are actually quite hard to get. They're pretty extensive. Will tell you though. Some of this material is gonna be really helpful. I can get acquiring hardware by just smelting some iron in a furnace. I mean, I'm glad I found all this iron right here, because I can skip making a stone sword and go right to making an iron sword. This also means I'll be able to make, soon enough, I'll be able to make an iron pickaxe, and then, well, actually, I can now make a sword and a pickaxe, but then soon enough I'll be able to make iron armor. So I can just immediately start with my armor being iron. Though I do need to get the cow tipper achievement, so I do need to find a cow and kill it. And I think, is it already turning dark out? I think it is. Yeah, it is. But that's okay, because I can just make a bed real quick and sleep to skip to the day. So, oh my gosh. So I just have to make this, and I just need to have a well-lit area around me, because there is a chance I can be woken up while sleeping. Let's see. Oh god. Oh gosh. Hey, but we got Monster Hunter from that as a result from that. Oh my gosh, nope. I think I'm just gonna probably do this. There we go. See if that helps. Having a little enclosure around me. I think that worked. Yeah, because I don't hear a mob. Because generally it's gonna... What's gonna wake you up is gonna be like a... It's gonna be like a skeleton or a zombie. I don't, like... At least to my knowledge, creepers can't wake you up. Because, yeah, this is before, you could... This is before the game would stop you from sleeping if you had monsters near you. Instead, you just had a chance of being woken up. And it could happen from you sleeping in a non-well-lit area. It could happen from you sleeping in an area that's too opened off. There's many things that could result in you having that happen. Now, I need to find a cow so I can get cow tipper. Thankfully, I mean, cows spawn really often, so won't be that hard to find. And if you guys have, like, watched my channel for a while, you probably have seen me make lots of Minecraft videos on older versions of the game, such as, like, the alpha and beta versions. Like, I had a Minecraft alpha series that then evolved into a Minecraft beta series, and then it got rebooted as Minecraft Origins, which is where I basically just went through... Which is where I was going through multiple different versions of the old game. Though I have not made a video on that series in like a while, and I don't know if I will return to it. I did a very, very, very short-lived series, called it was called like the 404 challenge, which was done on like, I think I did it on like beta 1.7.3, and I basically made a world with the seed 404, and it had like this, like what looked to be like a bottomless pit that had a cave down it, and I basically went into the cave. I basically gathered a bunch of resources from the surface and then ventured into the cave, and then the idea was to never return to the surface and survive as long as I can. And I was like not able to use torches. I had to use lava as my light source, which was a huge pain in the ass. But I made it work. But I died, like, I think I died after, like, 2 or 3 videos in that series. Though I did a 404 challenge that was not recorded, where I actually got really far. So, yeah. So, hopefully you've seen some of my older videos and are more familiar with the older versions from that. But if not, I can explain it for you. I'm playing, this is beta 1.5. And I only picked beta 1.5 because it's the first version of the game to have achievements. So it's the first time that achievements were introduced into the game. So achievements, yeah, it was the first one. It was the first version to introduce achievements, but essentially, the game, in these older versions, there's no hunger bar, and you cannot, so you can't starve to death, but you also cannot sprint. And as you can see, my health does not automatically regenerate. It doesn't regenerate over time. Now, I actually have to eat food to regenerate my health. So I eat a piece of food, and then and certain foods regenerate a certain amount of my hearts. So technically, if I don't take damage, I'll never have to eat. However, there you go, I got acquiring hardware. However, contrary, keep in mind, I also cannot, by extension, I can't sprint. I'm not able to sprint, so it's a lot harder to outrun mobs because of that, since I cannot sprint. So since I can't sprint, it's just a lot harder to outrun all of the mobs. So that does mean I have to be more careful. And as you saw with the skeletons, the skeletons, the way that they fire their bows instantly. And same thing as if I make a bow, the arrows will fire instantly, kind of like a semi-automatic rifle. They do not. There's no drawback on the bows for either the player or the skeletons. Now you can see we found some cows over here, so we can get some leather real quick. I actually have to get the leather from the cow to get the cow tipper achievement, so I got it right there. I got that achieved and done. So as you can, actually I think we already had on a rail, but yeah, this is not really my list is not extended yet, but hopefully it does. But I am on a roll with racking in the achievements. And like what's interesting is like I had to actually make a wooden sword to get the time to strike achievement. Wow, eventually in later versions of the game, when they still had when they still had achievements in the game and they still had time to strike, they made it where basically you could craft any sword and it would give you that achievement. But for a long time, you had to have you had to make a wooden sword to get that achievement. Which I never really understood why you had to make a wooden sword specifically. But, I mean, at the same time, to get time to mine, you always had to make a wooden pickaxe. And then you make the stone pickaxe to getting an upgrade. But there was also a point in the game where you could craft just a stone pickaxe, and it would give you both the time to upgrade and time to mine achievements. Or getting an upgrade and time to mine achievements. Now, an example of something that's not in the game in this version is, so later on in the game they got when they brought advancements into the game to replace achievements, they had an advancement called "Isn't it Iron Pick?" ? And it was an advancement that you got for crafting an iron pickaxe. So that one doesn't exist in this, and before advancements existed in the game and it was just achievements, there was never an achievement for crafting an iron pickaxe or getting an iron pickaxe. The only achievements were for getting, it was just time to mine and getting an upgrade. That was it. That was all you could get in terms of those kinds of achievements. But yeah, so just some fun facts. But you'll notice some other things as I kind of go through this. So we just demonstrated that the game will not stop me from sleeping even if there's monsters near me, but I do have a chance of a monster waking me up while I'm trying to sleep, and then I have to kill them and then try to go back to sleep. We also can see instances of, you'll also like see zombies are dropping feathers. There is no rotten flesh that exists inside the game. You're seeing that cows and chickens are not dropping raw beef or raw chicken. Chickens are only dropping feathers and cows are only dropping leather. That's because for the longest time, that's because for a while, pigs were the only animal that dropped meat when you killed them. And you can see that the cooked pork chop, sprite, or the cooked pork chop like image looks like the same one as steak in the more modern versions of the game, and that's because that's what cooked pork chop used to be. And then when they introduced when they made it where other animals could drop meat, they had raw beef and steak, and so they basically took the cooked pork chop sprite and used it for steak, and then they created a brand new sprite altogether for cooked pork chop. And that's why now this right here is steak, and cooked pork chop looks completely different. It's like a much lighter color version of the meat. Now, technically there is one other animal that does drop meat. No, there's one other type of meat you can get in the game at this in this version, but you don't get it from killing. You get it from fishing, so I can craft the fishing rod and then go and catch a fish, and then I can cook the fish as well. So I am gonna do that because that's the delicious fish achievement. And there is the time to farm, which I will get for crafting a wooden hoe. I don't even have to harvest any crops. I just have to craft the wooden hoe, and then I can store it in a chest forever, and I never have to use it. So yeah. And in these older versions, it is a good idea to carry 2 pickaxes with you. One being, you can have your iron pickaxe as your main pickaxe, and then your stone pickaxe as well. You can use your stone pickaxe to basically to mine cobblestone, to mine stone and cobblestone, and then just use your iron pickaxe for all the ores. So you basically just do that 2 pickaxe system. It saves durability so that you don't have to craft an endless amount of iron pickaxes, because iron was a little bit, well, depending on your world, it could be a little harder to find and come across. And iron was very precious because you're constantly making new sets of iron armor, because in this version of the game, durability on everything, on tools, armor, everything goes out a lot quicker. So, and in fact, the way that the older versions of Minecraft measured your protection, your armor meter, it didn't measure it by the type of armor you were wearing at all. So leather, because the types of armor that exist, leather, iron, gold, and diamond, all provide equal amount of protection for the player. However, they all have different durability ratings. Leather has the worst durability rating, and then diamond has the best durability rating. So the thing is, all the armors protect you equally, but the better armor that you have, the longer your good protection will last. So as your armor breaks, your armor meter goes down. Now, in a way that I think that kind of exists in modern Minecraft today, but it's nowhere near the gravity that it is in the older versions. In the older versions, if I had full leather on right now, my armor bar would be full, but my protection would go away in 2 seconds of fighting mobs, because very simply, I would just die really fast, because leather has the leather armor has really bad durability. It just dies really quick. So I would be cooked in like 10 seconds if I was wearing a full set of leather armor as my protection. That's also why, like, for example, it was common for players, when players got like diamond armor, they almost never used it because they didn't want their diamond armor to break. The diamond armor was more of like a status symbol more than it was protecting you, because iron armor would provide you the same amount of protection. It's just the diamond armor lasted more. So what a lot of people would do is they would only wear their diamond armor for like special occasions, so that they could prevent it from breaking, because they don't want to have to get more diamonds to make more diamond armor, because diamonds were a lot more rare. Now you can find diamonds freaking everywhere. Like, especially because the deep slate now exists in the game, so because you have like the deep slate, it takes like 10 seconds to find diamonds. If I go deep enough, like if I go to the deep slate, which is not that hard to get to, I'm literally gonna find diamonds like everywhere. Like diamonds, I mean, I was playing Minecraft one day, okay, and I was in the deep slate, and I found diamonds quick, like, and I found like 12 of them. It was like 12 diamonds. It was crazy. Shit. Okay. Nope. Die. Oh shit. Oh fuck. See, there you go. You can see me healing up by eating food. But yeah. Now by extension, yeah, okay, I'm on normal. Okay, normal difficulty. Brown wool. I didn't even know there was a brown sheep near me. But yeah, so there's a lot of things that you'll notice when playing the game. I don't know, in my opinion, the older versions can be more fun to play, and part of that is the fact that it's more simple. Because even though it's more now, with it being more simple, I would say it's, in some ways, it's actually harder. But also, like, now we have like the most BS ways to die in Minecraft. Like my friend Jake, okay, he was playing Minecraft one day, and he was like telling me how like he was playing Minecraft when like it's like the newer updates came out. And the thing is, his PC is like he doesn't play Java Edition anymore because his PC is a POS, meaning piece of shit. Okay, so he can't really run the newer versions of Java. So he plays Bedrock, and he plays it on his Xbox, okay? So, and he was telling me, he was playing Minecraft one day, and he had like the most bullshit death you ever will experience. He was like running, he was like in, I think it was like a snow biome, or maybe more like a taiga. A biome that has like snow, but it had like the snow blocks. Okay, and he was like walking through them like normal, and then he just randomly sunk into snow and suffocated to death. And the thing, and because of that, he had to turn on keep inventory because he used to play without keep inventory. So that meant that when he died, he would lose all of his stuff. But once like in Minecraft they started having like bullshit ways to die, he then had to turn on keep inventory, because how's he supposed to know he's gonna get sunk into a bunch of snow and die? I mean, snow has been in Minecraft since like the alpha days, and even then, that would never happen. No one would ever sink through the snow. Now, yes, it's more realistic in some ways, but at the same time, we don't play Minecraft for its realism. Minecraft's not really known for realism. It's known to be fun. I mean, and all the times that they've really tried to make Minecraft more realistic, they end up making the game worse. Like, there is some realism I do want the game to have. I do like it when the game has a little bit of realism. But, like, for example, I don't want it to be a thing in the game where trees are now going to just get knocked down from me breaking one log. Just because the game has always had it where you had to break down the whole tree. Now, I do sometimes play with, when I play with mods, I might have a mod that automatically gives me all the wood or knocks down the trees. But that's when I'm just playing modded Minecraft, where it's meant to be advanced. If I'm playing vanilla Minecraft, I don't want all that stuff. I just want Minecraft. Like, I want vanilla Minecraft. So when I play vanilla Minecraft, I generally prefer to play the older versions of the game. And I still like the newer versions. I still play them. I mean, I still play them, and even when I play vanilla, I'll play them. I just prefer the older ones. It's just a preference I have. Yeah, look, I'm gonna kill this chicken. Only gonna give me feathers. I will never get... So, also, as you guys can see, food doesn't stack, but it doesn't really need to, because you don't need to eat as much food. So because you don't need as much food, you don't really need it to stack, because you're not going to be using it as much in your inventory. Like, you won't need as much in your inventory, just in general. So why would you have it stack? I mean, it's more convenient, but so it is a little annoying to not have your food stacked, but if you don't need it as much, there's no reason to. This also, like, shows me to let also, with food automatically healing me, this means where I'm, like, in, like, situations where I only have, like, I've only lost, like, a heart and a half, or, like, 2 hearts, I can, like, conserve my food longer until I take more damage and then actually need to eat it. So I, like, strategize how I use the food, because, once again, the food's for healing. Now, I mentioned golden apples, and you may be wondering, well, what did golden apples do when they went originally? Well, golden apples were basically the only food in the game that would heal all 10 of your hearts. And that was basically the appeal of the golden apple when the golden apple was first introduced into Minecraft. Because before like release 1.0, when the game like exited its beta stage completely, before that, there were no potions. Well, technically, there was like a beta 1.9 pre-release series coming out. Like beta 1.9 was supposed to be a version of the game, and it had pre-releases, which were basically what snapshots are today. However, they basically ended up acting as the snapshots for release 1.0, and in those they did actually have introduce potions, and they introduced potions and brewing. Though the way you brewed the potions was different. You actually would use a cauldron for it, and then you would use bottles to harvest the brewed potions. But then in release 1.0, they changed it to having cauldrons, or not cauldrons, brewing stands. Shit, a creeper just got hurt. That means a creeper just fell somewhere. Which means that it could be near me. I didn't hear the dying sound, I just heard the I took fall damage sound. But yeah. The game used to be quite different. Both in good ways and in bad ways. Because there are some nice quality of life features that we have now. I like being able to sprint, for example. I think sprinting's awesome. But I don't necessarily need to sprint, because a lot of times I run out when I start a new world. I don't get any food, and so then I run out of food, and my hunger like runs out, and I'll just end up walking anyways. But yeah. So anyways, I'm going to oh, I almost fell down there. Oh my gosh. I almost fell down there. I actually probably would have died if I did. And I would have also lost all my stuff, because there was no game rules at the time, so there was no way to keep your inventory after you died. It's another fun thing about the game that existed. But yeah. I'll go ahead and I'll end off the video here. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, I hope you will leave a like on it. If this is one of the first videos that you see by me, please do consider subscribing to my channel. And I will see all of you in the next video. Bye-bye and take care.